Hi, my name is Gabby Earnest. This is my first video and I will be showing you my beauty favorites of 2017. So first I'm going to start off with primers. One of my favorite primers of 2017 was the Maybelline New York Master Prime by Face Studio. This is supposed to blur and smooth your imperfections, and it just goes on super nice and smooth and it's amazing, and it's awesome because it is drugstore, so it's super affordable. I have a second primer that I really like. It is another Maybelline New York product. It's the Baby Skin Instant Pore Eraser. I use this along with that primer only on my nose and my chin because that's where I break out the most and tend to see the most visible pores. Next, I will move on to the third and final primer that I really like. It's the Urban Decay Quick Fix Hydra Charge Complexion Prep Priming Spray. This is super good if you have dry skin because I have a super dry skin. It's one of the worst things ever. The only problem I would say is that it is Sephora, like it's more high-end makeup, so it is pricey, but it is super good and definitely worth your money, and you can get a mini size to test it out to see if you'd like it before you actually go and buy it. Next, we can go to foundations. This is the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Foundation in the color Soft Ivory. It's a little pale for me right now, but it's really nice. It's super full coverage. The only thing I gotta admit that I dislike specifically is that it does have a strong paint fume scent. So if you have a problem with scents, then this isn't gonna work out with you. But the one thing I really love is that it does have a spatula, so it's easy to apply. Very great. Second foundation that's a beauty favorite of mine would be the Mary Kay Time Wise Matte Wear Liquid Foundation. Even though I have dry skin, this doesn't tend to really ruin my dry skin. It's very full coverage. The only problem is their shades aren't always the best. They tend to run really yellow, but other than that, it's really good. Next is concealer. My favorite concealer would be the NYX HD Studio Photogenic Concealer. This is in the shade Alabaster, and it's medium to full coverage, but it's super duper great. The only problem is, like I said, it is an alabaster shade, so that is kind of pale, at least for me, so just make sure you get the right shade. Another concealer, which is everybody's favorite concealer of the year, is Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. This is the most full coverage stuff you'll ever use. I use this shade Light Sand. I love how many shades they have for all different skin tones. This is absolutely great. Best thing ever. And if you're wondering why it's out of the package, why it's not out of the package is just because when I buy expensive makeup, I like keeping the package. I'm weird like that. Next thing we will talk about is powders. One of my favorite powders is Airspun Loose Face Powder. This is great for baking or just setting all over the face. Comes with a powder puff, so it's super great for that reason. Next thing we will talk about is other face powders like bronzer. My favorite bronzer would be the Wet n Wild Color Icon bronzer in the shade Ticket to Brazil. It is super great, also super big. The only problem is I would say this is a little orange for my pale-skinned people, but like just go very lightly with it. You don't want to go too heavy, and it's perfect just for like a little bit bronzing up. I wouldn't really contour with it just because there is some shimmer in it, but other than that, it's a great bronzer. Next is blush. My favorite blush is the Milani Baked blush. This is in the shade Luminoso, I think. And this is really great peachy toned blush. It is not like too pink or too orange. If you can see it's just like a great color, and it has some shimmer, so if you have lots of acne problems, just don't like put it right onto your acne. Next, we can talk about highlighters. This is a really great highlighter. It is the Wet n Wild Mega Glow Highlighting Palette. It comes with 4 different shades. My favorite shade would probably be this one in the bottom right corner. It is super great. They're super pigmented. They're more like glittery than shimmer, but they're still great. And I keep the plastic thing on it just because they have lots of fallout. And the different shades are Sweet Peony, Diamond Lily, Wild Cosmos, and Blushing Azalea. And it's just really great, and I recommend it to anybody. Next, we can go to eyeshadow palettes. Sure, it seems like I have lots of favorites, but that's just because I got lots of new amazing things for Christmas, just amazing things in general for makeup. This I got for Christmas from my mom. It is the Sugar Face Candy palette. It has these amazing shades. It is absolutely gorgeous. The best shades, I would say, at least in my opinion, are probably the shimmer shades, even without like Fix Plus or something. It is so pigmented and just super pretty, and the names are super cute, like Cherry Pie, Sugar and Spice, Chocolate Cake. So, great palette. I recommend it to anyone. And it's very affordable. My other favorite eyeshadow palette would be the Too Faced Just Peachy Matte infused with peach and sweet fig cream. This is amazing. Only downside about it would be it is on the pricey side. If you're not someone who wants to spend lots of money for eyeshadow palettes, like I said, that Sugar by Face Candy, that's an amazing affordable palette, but this I like since it does have all of the matte shades, and the matte shades are super great. Third and final eyeshadow palette, so many, is the Violet Voss Pro eyeshadow palette and the shade Top Notch. I've heard a lot of negative things about this. I feel like the shimmers are better, but the mattes are still good. You just need to add a little bit of work to get them to really blend together. Next for eyes, we can go to mascara. This is the CoverGirl Peacock Flare mascara, and it's waterproof. This thing won't budge. Like, it is so hard to get off, even with my Pond's Cold Cream Cleanser. It is just so hard to get off. Super black, and it makes your lashes very voluminous and very lengthy. It's just amazing. My favorite eyeliner would have to be the Almay Intense Eye Color in the shade Brown. It's meant for blue eyes. It's really nice, and it has this tip. See, like a very nice fine tip. so it's really easy to get into the inner corner with it. My favorite brow products probably would be the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz in the shade Taupe. I love this. I just bought some more of it just because it's that amazing of a product. My other favorite brow product, which is a brow gel, is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Gel in the shade Granite. I just like putting this on right after I draw them in, and then I take that little spoolie and just spoolie in the brow gel just so it doesn't look too harsh. Okay, I forgot to mention what my favorite eyelid primer is. At the moment, it is the e.l.f. eyelid primer. This is just sheer. It works really well. It's really nice. Or I just use concealer because they're basically the same exact thing. And my very last thing would probably be a liquid lipstick. Oh wait, we still have setting spray. So my favorite liquid lipstick is this Bare Minerals Gen Nude Matte Liquid Lip Color. This is in the shade Icon. This is absolutely gorgeous. You can find your perfect nude color in anything, really. They have basically any shade you can imagine. And my favorite setting sprays would be the NYX Matte Finish and Dewy Finish. I do Dewy Finish more when like my skin's really dull and dry, and I do the matte finish when my skin's just having a rough day and decides to be oily. So those are my favorite beauty products of 2017. I hope you enjoyed my first video. Bye!